Victoria Rubadiri, these are the stories making headlines at this hour. Now, there is a semblance of normalcy in Mombasa and Kilifi counties after protests against the high cost of living for the better part of the morning took place in Kilifi County. Speaker Teddy Mwambire and Kilifi South MP Chonga were arrested and are currently at Mtwapa police station awaiting to be arraigned in court, according to the police. The two were arrested earlier in the day as they led protests in town. Now, police are looking for Kilifi Senator Stuart Madzayo and Kaloleni MP Paul Katana. In Mombasa, demonstrators paralyzed operations at Express area for the better part of Wednesday morning, where they lit bonfires on the road. Francis Mtalaki has been our man on the ground there. Francis, what's the situation now?
Well, thank you, Vicky. And normalcy has resumed in many parts of the port city of Mombasa. Where we are along Mombasa-Malindi Highway. And what we have noticed here is that the security apparatus have mounted at least 3 roadblocks, one being just some few meters from where I'm standing here. You can see that this is a new roadblock that we've just witnessed since morning. It has been here, and here is at an area known as around Nyali Center. So you'd find that the security apparatus have been doing some search in terms of the matatus that have been operating within this road. For example, those matatus that are heading from the Kisauni area and those are coming from Mtwapa in Kilifi County. All of them have to at least stop there for some security check, because we understand that the security apparatus say that most of the demonstrators who were in town earlier on were ferried, and so they wanted to just try and see if they can contain those demonstrators who are moving from Bamburi in Kisauni, Shanzu, Tango areas and other areas within Kisauni constituency and Nyali constituencies within this area of the North Coast, to be able not to be able to access the central business district. But we understand that many schools in Mombasa have not been able to go to school. Learners have not been able to go to school for the better part of the day. Remember, yesterday the government also issued a directive in terms of the counties of Mombasa and Nairobi, and so many of the learners did not report to school, and so many of the schools that we've been able to move around, the learners did not report to school. And as you can see here, there's some traffic around here, but we could see, yes, there's some normalcy, but what the security apparatus are doing here with regard to this roadblock here is to try and make sure that anyone moving from the other side of Kilifi coming into Mombasa has to have some security check here in terms of who is getting in and who is moving out of this the port city of Mombasa. And so that is the situation. But you're looking at the traffic that we usually witness around this road. It's quite minimal compared to other days, possibly telling the picture that not so many people from the port city of Mombasa maybe have been able to report to work. And I can also see in front of me there's a security vehicle here, possibly from the town area, now moving to the other area, just patrolling and to see what is happening within the city and outside in the counties or in the sub-counties of Kisauni and Nyali. And so you could feel the presence of police today in and around the city, and also into these areas that were perceived that many of the demonstrators were here. And so that is the situation here, Vicky, in terms of the day that has been, in terms of the demonstrators that paralyzed better part of the CBD, especially at Express area, where they also lit some bonfires, and also there was some confrontation with a number of security officers early in the day. But we can tell you that at least now normalcy has returned in town, and business is as usual for a section of areas within the CBD. Back to you, Vicky.
All right, from the looks of traffic, definitely seems to be the case. Thank you so much, Francis Mtalaki, giving us an update from Mombasa. Let's now go to Kisii, where at least 6